Hello everyone, and for this beauty video, if you haven't guessed already by the title, we are doing the look inspired from Elsa from the movie Frozen. So, just to start off this look, I am currently just priming my skin with this Pores No More product that I really love, and it will be in the description box down below. So I'm just applying this all over my face because for this look we want poreless, flawless looking skin, because in the Disney movie Frozen, Elsa absolutely looks perfect and stunning, and her skin is flawless looking except for the blush she wears. So yeah, we're just doing that, and then I'm just going to put on a full face foundation, and I'm just using my CoverGirl Clean foundation for sensitive skin in warm beige, and I'm just applying that all over my skin because, like I said before, you want a flawless look. Now that the foundation is done, we're just going to take a concealer and I'm going to apply that under my eyes and then along the upper part of my cheekbones only, because in the video Elsa does have a wide cheekbone area that is quite high up. So I'm just using that concealer to illuminate that section of my cheekbones to make it seem higher and then a little bit wider as well. So I'm also applying the rest of that concealer onto the areas around my nose that usually are a little bit discolored, and any other areas of concern I may have. Next, I'm going in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm just applying that to the area in between my eyes to make it seem a little bit wider and higher by kind of highlighting the area and blending it into my concealer and foundation just to make that area look wider, like I said before. Then I'm also taking some and applying it to my eyelids as a base. Now that that is done, I'm just going in with my pressed powder by Physicians Formula, and I'm just going to set everything really nice so that it is just flawless looking and adds a little bit bonus amount of coverage. Alrighty, now that that is set, I am just going to go in with this fluffy flat brush, and on that brush I have an off-white color, and I'm just going to set that area in between my eyes, and then I'm going to go in with this MAC eyeshadow color, and don't ask me the name of it, I don't know, and I am just applying that all over my lid, and that is kind of like a medium colored purple that is a little bit more on the warm side, and I'm just putting that on my lid area and a bit up into my crease, and then making sure it is well blended. Now I'm just applying that to the other lids, so make sure you make it look similar, and I once again have that tissue there to prevent fallout. Now I'm going into my BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm taking kind of a pink color, and I'm just applying that above the color that I had before and making sure it is isolated in that area, and then I'm kind of blending it upwards towards my outer brow and only blending that area because we want more of a sharp line and then a blended on the outer part to make it look high up. Then once again you want to do the same to the other eye, so just make that pink a little bit blended on the outer portion while keeping it isolated on the rest of the eye area. Now I'm going back into my BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm just taking a darker shade of purple, and I am outlining the crease area and once again keeping that color isolated so that it is not too well blended and more of a solid color. So I am just pulling that in towards the inner portion of my eye and making sure it is sharp and not touching the rest of my lid, so that it just keeps a nice division line between all the other two colors. Now with that same purple color, I am pulling it from the outer portion of my eye down onto my lower lash line and making sure it is blended between the two sections, and then pulling it towards the inner portion of my eye and making sure it is well blended, and it should look something like this, and do the same to the other eye obviously. And now for the brows, I'm taking my usual Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I am just filling in my brows and making sure they are quite sharp and arched looking, not too arched but still looking natural, neutral, but still also looking strong and thin. So I'm keeping the eyebrows thinner than my normal brows and then rounding it off at the inner portion. Then the usual technique, I am just taking my concealer on the brush and I am outlining the under part to hide the rest of my eyebrow. Once you have finished outlining the under part of your eyebrow, I am just going to blot it out and then put that same cream color that I did for the inner part of my nose with the powder, and I'm just going to go over it as a little bit of a highlight, but not really much of a highlight at all. Now I'm taking my favorite Mo gel like eyeliner or whatever, and it has a little bit of sparkle in there for fun, and I'm just lining my eye and making it a little bit wider at the end. And don't worry if it's messy looking, because we are going to blend it out after. So make sure that it is nice and widened at the end, and then go in with a dense pencil brush and start buffing out the line. And don't blend it too much, we just want to soften the line a little bit so to make sure that it looks nice and soft but still is a little sharp. Make sure you gently blend the inner part as well, and it should look something like what I have here. Then you're going to want to do the exact same to the other eye so they look like this. Now, taking the leftover of that color on a line brush or an angled liner brush, you're just going to want to blend that onto the lower lash line and just make it look a little soft but also sharp again, and then take some more of that pencil and put it on the waterline and blend it in between the lashes as well, so that you don't have any division line at all and it just looks like a solid black smudged out line on the lower lash line. And you should have something that looks like this. So now I am going to go in with my mascara and I'm just going to apply that to the top and bottom lashes, and then after that I am going to take some fluffy false eyelashes from Jealousness and I'm just going to apply those to my upper lash line, and then that kind of completes the eye look. So now you have dense fluffy lashes and lower lashes done. Now I'm going to take this warm blush color and I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks area and not really focus on the outside. Then I'm going in with this Rimmel lip crayon, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lip, and this is kind of going to give me that berry look that isn't too dark but give that nice fluorescent kind of color. So I am applying that all over my lips. Then once I have done that too in my entire lip area, I am going to take a different lipstick, and this is more of a darker one that's kind of still a berry color, and I'm going to apply that all over top of the color I just put on, because I don't necessarily have the lip color that she wears in this look, so I am mixing two different types of lip products to get the look that I need. So just apply that all over the lip area and you should be done. And that is it. That is the Elsa look from the video Frozen. If you like this look, then please check out my other looks. Oh, and do make sure if you don't have blue eyes, you do wear a strong, bold, contact lens for this look, because that really tops it off. So if you're interested in these contacts, check out the description box down below to get the info on them and all the rest of the products. Thank you for watching once again, and make sure you check out my other video looks if you're interested. Hit that subscribe button for new videos every single week on Tuesdays and Thursdays and random days as well. And also hit that blog button up top to check out my blog for more info and stuff you don't see in the videos. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!